Welcome, Double O Teaching Assistant. Execute Gopher Spirit Scan. Access granted. The next step. Dear Teaching Assistant, the next part of your mission entails learning about policies that pertain to these people, also known as students. These include policies related to student conduct, disruptive behavior, and consensual relationships. You'll also reflect on strategies to handle these situations. Preparation is key to achieving your mission of being a successful teaching assistant. Let's do this. Let's start with this student. You're in class. You're teaching. She's not learning because she's doing Sudoku. What do you do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What did you decide? Will you ignore her? Tell her to stop? Go stand next to her and hope she gets the hint? It's your class and it's your choice. Similar situations involve students who may be texting, sleeping, or Facebooking. Top secret solutions? Unfortunately, there aren't any one-size-fits-all solutions to these behaviors. But clear expectations and consistent responses can help prevent or minimize these problems. What about these students? Are you going to the party tonight? Of course, wouldn't miss it. I wish they'd stop talking so I could hear. Some TAs may say, I don't care if students talk to each other in class, but if it's disturbing other students and making it difficult for them to learn, you need to do something. So what would you do? Think, keep thinking. Yell, be quiet? That's probably not the best idea. Say, do you have a question? Or, would you mind not talking? You could also go stand near the students or stop talking until they start listening. Communicate your expectations on the first day and be consistent in enforcing them. Explaining what you are doing and why you are doing it is the key to this situation and many others in teaching. By providing an explanation, it'll make your rules seem less arbitrary. Let's look at the university policy. Section 6 of the Student Conduct Code deals with disruption of the academic environment. Notice that this means engaging in behavior that substantially or repeatedly interrupts either the instructor's ability to teach and/or a student's ability to learn. So let's summarize. Before you begin teaching, considerations you might encounter. Consider how you might respond, and know the university policy on student conduct. Okay, TA, let's move on to another topic, sexual harassment and consensual relationships. Definitions. Consensual, agreed to by the people involved. Relationship, an emotional or other connection between individuals. Dear TA Advice Columnist, I have fallen madly in love with a student in my section. We both know it's not a good idea, so for now we're just working out at the rec center together and looking longingly at each other during class. Is this going to get me in trouble? Sincerely, TA in love. Dear TA in love, the fact that you wrote me means that you know that pursuing this relationship would be a bad idea. Very bad. Don't do it. As a TA, it's your responsibility to maintain a professional distance from your students. Don't set yourself up for problems down the road. However, if you do find yourself in such a situation, contact the Equal Opportunity and Affirmative Action Office. Getting advice early will help you avoid potential pitfalls and conflicts of interest. These can include direct or indirect influence over someone's job or academic performance. Best of luck! Sexual harassment is all about common sense, right? If Carmen were trying to comfort Nazreen by giving her a hug, could that be considered sexual harassment? It depends. A hug could be considered unwelcome conduct of a sexual nature and would be a factor considered during an investigation of sexual harassment. But without more information, we would not be able to conclude that this situation violates the policy. An investigation into a complaint of sexual harassment by Nazreen would consider Carmen's intent, how Nazreen received the hug, and other actions Carmen may have taken towards her. Sexual harassment includes unwelcome conduct of a sexual nature that unreasonably interferes with a person's work or academic performance, or that creates an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work or academic environment. Josh and Sonia work in the same office. They just started dating and they're very public about their affection for each other, both verbally and physically. Can this be considered sexual harassment? Yes, sexual harassment includes verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature when such conduct has the purpose or effect of interfering with an individual's work or creating an intimidating, hostile, or offensive working environment. A person does not have to be the object or target of sexual conduct to experience a hostile work environment. Can sexually explicit emails between two researchers who work at different universities and have never met constitute sexual harassment? Yes, no touching or personal contact is necessary to constitute sexual harassment. Sexual harassment can be in the form of text messages, emails, or other electronic communications. If the conduct is unwelcome, of a sexual nature, and has the purpose or effect of unreasonably interfering with an individual's work or academic performance, or if it would create an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment, it would violate the university's sexual harassment policy. For questions or consultation, contact the Equal Opportunity and Affirmative Action Office at 612-624-9547. or at diversity.umn.edu/EOAA. So to summarize, know the policies, know your responses, consider your responses to situations you might encounter, and know where to go for help. What's next? Take the quiz and be ready to discuss similar situations at new TA orientation.
Created using Powtoon.